I thought I'd live stream again because I said yesterday, well, the early hours of this morning, that I would stream again. Okay. I also spent a bit of time writing up some notes from last stream. I also kind of had an idea of the event schedule. So obviously there are 3 major events coming relatively shortly. There's Flint's funeral, Spiro's coronation, and then Micah and Yumi's wedding. So all of those have things that kind of tie with that. I just had to change that to Spiro because I accidentally wrote Flint in the coronation section. Whoops. Okay. So, I'm just wondering, who do I go to first? I'm thinking about doing stuff with Jaden because I do have some story posts in mind for Jaden because him and Pyra are going to be, I wouldn't say breaking up, but I would say taking a pause. Hi Lula! What did I miss? Okay, so I said at the start of the stream that I spent a little bit of time today writing up some notes from yesterday. So I'm not really sure what to do today. I just want it to be like a continuation of yesterday, I suppose. Just like talking about various different characters and their storylines and how they all link together and just how satisfying it was just to have everything fit together yesterday. It was so good. So, at the moment, I'm loading into the Veronan household. So, I don't know where I want this story post to be in. And I don't know what I want to appear in said story post. And maybe even decorate the wedding venue for Yumi and Micah. Because even though the coronation and the order of events is Flint's funeral. Do tell. Did you see those funny screenshots? I think those are the only 2 I have, at least at the moment. Hi Rose! Oh god. Very creaky chair. The return. So I swapped out like a very wonky, not so creaky chair for a more comfortable, more back supporting, but very, very creaky chair. And I got this chair for my birthday. So it hasn't been in my possession for very long. I think the Verona royal household is definitely another one that takes a long time to load. Unless I need to restart my game because it has been open for most of the day. So how is everybody? Yeah, Clive is not really like a full-on villain. I think he is more opportunistic than anything else. You done much today? I feel like I haven't done anything. I mean, I decorated, I'm... The way I'm talking about them is like I'm talking about decorating a house. But, I dressed up... I dressed up the Sims for you, Rose. What's that? She's been sunbathing. Okay. Rayla likes to sunbathe. This palace probably takes a long time to load because I decked it out in some CC. I can't remember whether I've decked out all of it in CC. I think I might have. Or at least most of it. That's probably why it took forever to load. Also, I feel like with the Verona Palace, there's definitely a lot more like organisation and a lot more planning that's gone into it. Okay. He's been an overbearing parent and takes steps to repair. Oh! Oh. Oh, he takes the time. He takes the time to repair his relationship. Oh. And technically she does succeed. To be honest, I think Clive only hears of Quillo when Spiro gets married to Quillo. To Never. The first time. Exactly. Because I don't know whether it's like very obvious, but in the story posts that we have with Ariana, basically she all of her success so far has been on the back of the shoulders of her dad's doing. So how she got the role as the royal nanny to Lucille and Brandon's kids, her dad's on the council and he asked for that position. So like everything has always been with strings from her dad, I guess. I will say if I was to decorate anything, it will probably be Micah's room. I'm not entirely sure I've finished decorating Micah's room because it looks very bare, but I mean, it probably could use a rug or something. Or like a different colour carpet here. Or just something. Because it feels like it's missing something for sure. But yeah, this is Micah's room. This is Jaden's room in the middle. And then this is Rayla's room. Of course, Rayla is James's little princess. Like Like, he'd realise that he wasn't being helpful at all, and that all he was actually succeeding in was pushing his daughter away. I don't think he'd realise this quickly, but maybe over a couple of months to years. I can imagine a story post where he actually travels to Quillow in... Oh, Clive apologising. Oh. Oh, the tea. Okay, so, new home. Jaden has been thinking about moving to a new place. This is like one of the in-game mods I have. Has been thinking about moving to a new place sometime. Strangerville seems to be the place for him. So Strangerville in my game is Cinderash. Nobody's told you my plot lines, have they? Jaden. Jaden's not clued into anything that's going to happen. Oop. Okay. If you do go with this idea, maybe you can do a story post where Ariana talks about her relationship with her father. Yeah, I think one of the next few story posts is probably going to be about Ariana, to be honest. I know I wanted to do, like, from her point of view after coming back from Mariposa. And also finding that picture of Argus and Yulia just cringing. Is just funny to me. Because they were probably cringing at they were most likely cringing at something Ariana said. Because at that point in time, when I took that screenshot, I had a mod that actually had, I think it was Zodiacs, and nobody got on with Ariana because apparently she was a Leo within that mod. Like, the game automatically detected her as a Leo, and nobody was compatible with her. Do tell, Undead Rose. I want to hear the storylines. I want to hear the tea, the character tea. Again, I was initially harsh on Clive because, again, I thought he was involved in more evil things. I do like the idea of Clive being compelled by Robert, and obviously because he's a newly formed vampire, I don't think that that compel to do stuff would be very strong. It would be a very temporary, oh, I've compelled you to do this. It's almost like that liquid luck from Harry Potter. It's like people will let it go. But only for a limited amount of time. So with the knowledge that he isn't, I'm more interested of the idea of a nuanced relationship between the two. Yeah, I do think it would be a bit strained because throughout the years he's always tried to push her into something more than what she is, if that makes sense. Okay. Who's Juliet? Okay. I don't think Juliet's one of my characters. That's why I got a bit confused. I was like, wait, what? Flippy will flippy at Morgana for giving Marcia such anxiety about relationships. And Juliet will call her out for having a vampire killed for putting... Oh. Yeah. Oh, definitely. It definitely would not be prepared overnight. So, I do want to ask you guys a question, especially with the Sims series, because I'm very conflicted about where to hold Micah and Yumi's wedding. Now, I do want it to be a big wedding, but at the same time, I do like the idea of it being a smaller, more casual affair. And if it is a more smaller, casual affair, then the family chapel could actually be like a good place for them to get married. But I do have a venue that I have put in the world that could work for like a way bigger ceremony. I know for a fact that wedding pictures are probably going to be taken here, or like I could download a lot for wedding pictures. That's something that I have in mind. Moves to another country, and yeah, communication would definitely be limited in that regard. Oh wow, okay. I just noticed that Jaden has a bad relationship with Eliana's dog. Or like Eliana's, technically speaking, Birdie is a bird. But the closest thing we have to like a huge bird that she can like fly on the back of is a big dog. Oh. So we just called the dog Birdie. That's one of the limitations of like The Sims versus the artwork. I like how most of the people have like just left because they're like, oh, it's just Sims and chatting. I'm sorry if it bores you. Well, this would be a big wedding because Micah is an heir. And technically speaking, he is an heir, the crown prince, and he is going to be king one day, and Yumi is going to be his queen. So, I don't know. Still can't believe Flippy and his wife legitimately got deleted from the game. Yeah. I think I do want to do a story post where Pyra... I said this earlier before anybody hopped into the stream. Basically, I want to do a story post where Pyra puts their relationship on pause. And obviously it's important that their relationship is on pause, especially during Micah and Yumi's wedding. Because it will be really awkward. I'm looking for the modifying cast. Why? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Why do I seem to miss select options? So is Yumi moving to Verona? Yeah. We could do... I just had an idea for what we could do on stream. We could do Yumi's wedding dress. Because I haven't not done that yet. I have not modified anything, really. Really speaking, she should already be in Verona. There is one more space in this household. But I'm probably going to have to move out the old king and queen. I don't want to, though. Oh, I don't want to. I dare say Yumi and Micah probably won't be having kids for a while because, you know, I have enough chaos in my game, thank you very much. I don't need any more. At least for a little bit. Well, yeah, I knew it was going to be in Verona. My question was whether to hold it in the palace or whether to hold it in the bigger venue outside of the palace. Obviously, they could do photo shoots and stuff like in the palace afterwards. That's still fine, but the main ceremony I'm talking about in the episode. I would say so. I would say he wants kids. I don't think they, like, with Zayla, I don't think kids are something that immediately will come to mind. and are definitely an oopsie daisy. But I think it's something he would not mind. If that makes sense. Oh, in the castle chapel. Makes sense to keep it all at home. But you have not seen the inside of this event hall that I think it's an event hall, whether it's a palace. Like, it is really, really pretty. And it's on the other 50x50 lot. And if we're going to have a lot of guests, it would kind of make sense. Before the series even started, when I had Kanara and James marry, they got married in a church that is actually still in my save. I think Sajini and Jacob also got married there as well. I'm just checking on Jaden's outfits. I know it's taken me this long, but my game does actually take quite a bit to load, and sometimes it does actually not respond, so I have to wait for it to, like, jolt back to life. I think in total I have about 66 gigabytes of CC, which I have a problem. I need to do some cleaning. And I have worked out how much CC is what. You're leaning towards whatever's easier. Probably the bigger event. I think if it was like either Rayla or Jaden getting married, then I would probably say the family chapel, but because it would be a more intimate affair. But because this is going to be a more kingdom-wide celebration, I think the bigger venue will suffice. Okay, I will be right back. I just need to go and get something. Okay, I'm back. I had to get some ibuprofen. And it couldn't find it. But yeah, as for Jaden, he definitely needs something a little bit more for that story post. I don't know whether this conversation would be on the phone or whether in person. Personally, I'm leaning more towards on the phone. And I don't know what he should wear either. I'm terrible at dressing the Sims. Because I feel like I'm so lazy when dressing the Sims. I spend hours in CAS. Because I'm so indecisive. Perhaps I could do some writing this stream. That's true. I could do that. Okay. Let's figure out. Let's figure out what I'm doing with this. Okay. I'll have the Sims open in the background so I can like switch between screens. Oh, exactly. She would not have the energy to meet in person. Hang on, I'm just adding a source. Window. Okay, so these are my stream notes. Hi, Sadie! So I'm doing more of a writing stream. So this is like a writing story post, doing character development, plot points and stuff like that. So I hope that's okay. I do use The Sims to do stuff from time to time. How long do you take to write story posts? Some take a really long time. I've got to be honest. It really depends, because sometimes I just can't think of specific things that I want, and it sometimes takes a few days to like click. Yeah, as I work within the limitations of The Sims. Definitely, and sometimes it's a case of forgetting that you have said poses. Fun to see a different way of working that I'm seeing you do. I purposely have not written the baby girl's name. So there are several things that I've tried to fit in. These were the notes from last stream. I do think that yeah, I wanted to get this one. Especially in the dialogue, yeah. So this was like a really, really rough one. I have loads of docs that I'm just like, okay, this is... So technically speaking, all of these are done. Except for this one. Harley, I'd like to have some pictures of like Harley. Exactly. Yeah. I kind of work in bullet points first, and then I have to kind of pin it within a 10 post structure, because obviously Instagram only works with 10 images per post. Okay. Yeah, definitely. That's so cute. Obviously, some bullet points have been copied and pasted. Like the part about Arcadia and Adrian. Because Adrian is from Hallie. Oh wait, where's Hallie? Hallie's at the top. I know. He'd feel so bad for her as well. Ugh. So if there's any kind of like plot points that you think could work, oh yeah, there was oh. Hey, Undead Rose. Oh. I knew I wanted to foreshadow. Like, I like foreshadowing a lot. You can watch all of my spelling errors. That's a good one. Oh. Oh, Huxley. I don't think he is. I don't think he's staying at the palace personally. Okay. This one is like the rough dark that kind of like puts like a rough idea, and then I can neaten it up in the other notes. Getting scolded. Transition. Oh. Is it weird I can't remember the spelling of Jaden's name? It's literally just Jade and then N. I thought it was, but there's so many different spellings of different names. Oh, I like that idea. Yeah, because I was either going to have Spiro go visit Quillo or never come to Cinderash with Lucian. My brain is like, I'm not gonna work for you. Yeah, it's Jade and then N. Names are tricky. Yeah. I sometimes talk about the spellings of mine and my sister's names with my mom. It's like, apparently my dad originally wanted my name to be spelt Zowie. Okay. Of course I want to include some cute sibling stuff. I imagine them bickering quite a bit. Yeah, especially on Eliana's side. If anybody else watching wants to, like, add in anything, it's fine too. We don't bite. We just love storytelling and story progression and all that. Oh, exactly. Yeah, I think she would get on with pretty much everybody. You know who else I kind of want to draw attention to? Which probably could be done before Pyra and Jaden? Pele and Octavia. Either that, or it could be done after Pyra's pausing of relationships. So that way you can kind of see in those two, whether it be one or two story posts each, I don't know, but I'm imagining at least one story post each. So you can see a healthy relationship with Pyra and Octavia, and then you can see a slightly less healthy relationship with Pyra and Jaden. They're both going to have phone calls, so it's like, what's going on with Pele? So, of course, Pele is sad about her dad, definitely. And I definitely think that she would travel out to Octavia, or she would allow Octavia to come and see her in Cinderash. Whereas this is the complete opposite to Pele. No. This is the complete opposite to Pyra, who does not want Jaden, like, in her personal bubble right now. Whereas Pele just wants somebody to, like, somebody to comfort her. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, the contrasting. Because the thing that King James says to Jaden is that he won't let him go of his own accord to Cinderash at the moment. The reason why is because Pyra hasn't said anything to him since the death of her father. So he definitely senses that grief is hitting her real hard. So James says to his son, wait until she makes the first move. No, he would not take the pause well. You saw in game that he wants to live in Cinderash because he thinks it's a really cool place. He thinks it's like the culture and like the style and just everything about it he really loves. I think Octavia would call Pele her Firefly because it's a cute nickname. It's a cute nickname. Her little Firefly. Well, her tall Firefly because Pele's actually taller than her. Yeah, it's super cute. I love it. It's adorable. How do Jaden's siblings react to them, by the way? Oh, I see. Sorry, I had it open in another tab. I wasn't aware I had the same tab open more than once. I would describe his emotional state as panicked. Ooh, okay. No? Okay, hang on. I need... Like, I described his emotional state as panicked and upset because he just wants things to be fine again. I imagine his family would take note. Yeah. Oh. I don't know whether to make it a series of story posts, like one after the other, leading up to it, or should I have other events scattered in between from other kingdoms? Yeah, he would. There is quite a bit of potential for a lot of drama. I don't think I worded that correctly. I'm hesitant on doing the guests starting to arrive part. The reason why is because I would probably want the event in the episode, and I would have any kind of like aftermath or like in between the funeral to happen like after the episode airs, if that makes sense. So I think that's probably one that we can scrap and have it more focused in on the interpersonal relationships between people. Yeah, I'm already tackling quite a few. It's fine though. Well, no, this current series of things is tackling... Well, Octavia is actually part of a Krell, but she'll be coming to Cinderash, so it's literally just in Cinderash at the moment. If we just take this section... So we've got Cinderash, we've got Quillow... Yeah, Cinderash and Quillow, and a bit of Verona as well. I think it is mainly the Cinderash Royals first things first. Whether there's anything going on in Dune. Like, Dune is definitely a kingdom that's been quiet for a while. Oh, relating to those four kingdoms. Well, obviously, Verona has the royal wedding coming up. I don't really include a Krell, really. I mean, I dare say I probably could include a Krell, mainly for a first few couple of pictures with Octavia on her phone just being like, I'm on my way. Yeah, Dune's not really that important right now. We will see Pharaoh Matt and his queen at the funeral, though. Because, you know, all heads of state are going to pay respects. Yeah, they can do things later. Into details, yeah. So, what I'm writing down here, or what I was in the middle of writing, is that Jaden would also think that he's being ignored again because of this huge event. Yeah, I will do that. First of all, I want to show you that venue that I was talking about for Micah and Yumi's wedding. I still don't know if it's exactly what I want or if it's exactly the aesthetic that I want. Maybe I might have to play around and like look at it. Hang on. Okay. Okay, so I've placed it on the park lot, like in the middle. And you can kind of see that it has a lot of seating on the outside. So it could be an outdoor wedding, but it also could be an indoor wedding. Upstairs it actually has Mr. and Mrs. suites. So I'm going to... I've already baby gated these off just in case I do use this venue. But there are multiple places to get married. There's a bit for a smaller ceremony over here. There's like a guest rooms. There's like these waiting room areas. There's outdoor reception, indoor reception. This could go very, very well. I definitely think that if I use this space, it really is large. It's huge. But if I'm going to use this space, I know that I'm probably going to have to edit it because it's not exactly how I want it to look, but it's a rough idea. To give you an idea of how it will look in the episode. Like if... Obviously I'm going to change what some of the decor looks like. I've just taken away the grid. Just to show you. It's so pretty. It will most likely be done in an episode. So like major events and stuff will be done in episodes. So like the funeral. Basically, the events being done in the main episodes allow me to do the overall event. And then the story posts allow me to focus in on the details a bit more. If that makes sense. So over here you have the reception area, which I think is really, really sweet. I definitely am going to have to redecorate, especially if I use these two things. And I'm probably going to have to delete the wedding arches that are already here. Oh my god. This is just a huge sized up wedding ring, like from Debug. Oh my god. Holy crap. That was unexpected. This is actually base game as well. That's probably why it looks so... I wouldn't say bare, but it looks basic. Because it's base game. Yeah, so both. It's mostly going to be done in the episode. So the whole thing in the episode. Yeah, that giant ring is a bit tacky. It looks better when it's smaller, obviously. Very creaky chair. Return. But yeah, what I might do is I might change up what this looks like outside. This side looks pretty decent, all things considered. Yeah. This venue seems fine for a large event. It really does. And I love I do like the inclusion of the Mr. and Mrs. Sweet at the top, but it's not going to be used for that. I might turn it into a residential lot and have the family live here just as a temporary measure. Or at least Micah and Yubi live here as a temporary measure. Okay, let's go back to the writing process. Let's do some story post stuff. Okay. Which story post should I write first? So usually with the story posts, I tend to sort of write, like, some of them I can write really, really quickly, and then there's others which I have such a hard time writing for, because I can't think of anything, or I don't have any, like, visual of what I want. Probably start with the first one that happens. Okay, so Ariana. What I'm gonna do is so Ariana's story posts. Okay. Or like story post. Because 10 slides, technically speaking, is actually quite a lot. I suppose I could go into my Instagram. And we could find some Ariana content. Montague! Monty! I still haven't followed up on this, which is Pieris being given a chance by Dana. I still need to. Oh, there's Ariana. This is actually the first time that you see her make a decision of her own. Yeah. Robert would kidnap the kid. And I see it being Orion because at the time, Orion would be the youngest. Because of all the events that are speeding up because of Robert, I don't think there would be enough time for Lucille and Brandon to have another child just so he can steal the child. I mean, they've done it before, but even so, it's just that's still a lot. Oh wait, this window capture needs to be shrunk down. Oh god. What did I do? For some reason, it's not shrinking down in proportion. Oh, now it is. Okay. I got it. I got it. Yay. That actually works really well because I've done a sort of similar idea to that structure before, but in the opposite direction. So, this one's the one I'm talking about, like this post. So she's super tired. Ariana returns home after work a bit late. Oh, that's a good one because that could be a bit of foreshadowing, like where he is. That could be a bit of foreshadowing as to what's happening with him. Obviously, it's not going to be told what's happening with him, but it's a little bit of foreshadowing of like, huh, okay, that's odd. Exactly. So there doesn't really need to be any dialogue, just her inner thoughts, really. Wait, I probably read that wrong. Oh, calling to him after work. Oh, Robert. Robert calling to him after work. Okay. Robert would definitely use Clive to get information. Oh, yeah. I actually have your character bio linked here. Linked in the story post ideas when I was like going through all the rough ideas, because I wanted a quick link to it when I was going through everything, so I was just like, okay, just in case I need to refer back to it. Returning from Mariposa. Yeah, it did help. Maybe she could pick up a book at the end of the post or something. Because that ties it in. Oh. Yeah. A lack of interest in anyone. Definitely true. Oh, I love that. Yeah. So I'm kind of writing it in a way where I think in the character's perspective. So, the way they would talk, because some characters, they talk a lot more posh, and then there's other characters that have a more down-to-earth way of speaking and kind of shorten the words very quickly. Exactly. She's always putting off finding a partner. Because I find it really interesting, especially when she meets Argus. I think it's this post, yeah. Also, this is my favourite shot. It's not even an outtake, it's actually part of the whole thing, but I love the idea of, like, Felix just bursting through the doors. Just being like, Daddy! Oh, it's so cute. He's so cute. Sorry. Brandon and Felix. I cannot with these two. Rose's comment there. Halle babies always make me smile. Same. See, her tone becomes less upbeat, but I got this position due to my father being on the High Council. Exactly. It's so sweet though. I think sometimes when writing a story post, the dialogue or like the inner thoughts of a character come to me when I've got the images in front of me, like when I've done the screenshots, and it becomes easier to actually visualize what they say because you have the screenshots that you're going to use for the pictures in front of you. Because a lot about the story posts that some people just don't seem to do is that they tell more than they show. And I feel like there are times when I get the balance wrong. I want to show more than I tell. Not calling out anybody in particular. To be honest, if there's like a really deep storyline, then there's some times where where you have to explicitly say certain things to get the point across, like, a lot more obviously. Yeah. Also, I feel like that could meld very well with the story of how Adrian is going to become arranged to Arcadia. Like, that could be very subtle foreshadowing, or like a hint at the fact that there is going to be an arranged marriage between one of her little charges. And also, I think that that could be a question that Ariana would even bring up to Neva. Just being like, hey, I'm confused how anybody could be happy in an arranged marriage. Yeah, she could definitely have a conversation with Neva about it. Personally, I don't think Neva would be 100% against it. I think she would be neutral to it. I don't think she would think it's a hugely terrible thing, but I don't think she'd be fully for it either. She'd be very neutral. It's kind of like how in game I have the wellness and pregnancy mod, and it says that some people are neutral to having children. And I think that Neva could explain the whole arranged marriages thing a little bit better to Ariana, because obviously she arranged herself to be in a marriage with Spiro. So maybe she's explaining to her that it's a safety thing for the kingdoms. Exactly. She was technically in an arranged marriage with Spiro. Exactly. But she does understand it from a perspective of the fact that what arranged marriages can be reasons for. And I think that's probably one of the things that Ariana's a bit confused about. She's just like, I'm a bit confused why people would even choose to have that kind of thing. Yeah, the differences with the Hallie and Cinderesh is that they're kids. Exactly. I think that's the line where she is very, that's the line where she's like, it's an oof from me. Exactly. She'd be against the idea of them being forced into a relationship. I think the real forcing hand of this relationship would be Eliana, mainly because of the tie that she has with Prism. And I think that also ties into the whole conflict between Neva and Eliana. The fact that it's mainly Eliana who is for this. Now, yes, Spiro is kind of definitely agreeing with the fact that Prism is an important part of Cinderash's territory. And obviously it's not completely shored up because Prism has always been under Eliana. Like, it will never be under Spiro. And he's accepted that. But Prism in the future is going to be under Arcadia, as well as Cinderash. Like, Cinderash and Prism are going to be together underneath Arcadia, so it's important and imperative to keep that. Exactly. I see that. Yeah, that's true. They basically had their own force field as an army. Exactly. It's like, even though these are very minor details, and people watching back the stream will probably be thinking, what is the point of this? I'm like, well, the minor details actually add up to something bigger. Okay. Ariana is cute. I probably spelt this wrong. Yeah, Quillo would definitely be behind in technologies. Yeah. She just does not get it. She does not get how to use phones and stuff. She's just like, what in the hell am I doing? Oh! Oh, that's a cute idea. That's a cute idea that she asked for her phone number, but she's like, I'm not phone literate. Ah. Completely dodging the question. Oh. Oh no. I think with Ariana's story post, it's definitely something in terms of her thoughts that could be written along these lines that I've already written out. It doesn't have to be like perfectly written out right now. It just gives me an idea of what I could shoot in terms of pictures, and then the pictures will give me more of an idea of what she could say. I hope I'm making sense. Oh, bye, Sadie. That's such a cute thing. She gets to teach her how to use all the forms of technology. Oh. But yeah, Sadie, thanks for coming. I'm glad you liked me working. She would text like an old grandma. Oh. Oh. Poor her. Oh. Back to writing Ariana stuff. To be honest, I think that we could call it with this, with Ariana's story post here. Because I feel like the images would definitely would be better to convey some of the thoughts that go through her head. But yeah, I do like the idea of I would say to Hallie more so. Because obviously she grew up in Hallie, she knows about oh, also, okay. So Robert calls Clive after work. So that could be taken in multiple different ways. I think this one can be written on the fly, really. It's one of those things that could be written, like, as I'm taking pictures, to be fair. Just by this sentence alone. So sometimes I just have, like, one sentence describing what I want for a story post, and then I'm like, okay, I will come up with dialogue as I go along, as I have the pictures, so I can visualize what they say. That's kind of how I go along with doing story posts. Obviously, I do actually write the dialogue in Google Docs normally alongside having the game open and taking pictures as well. Yeah, she definitely would take a while. But I feel like Ariana's in to talking to Never would be in the royal nursery, because obviously Ariana would be not in full-time care of the boys, since they're in the nursery and they're under the care of like other members of staff. But she's going to check on the boys for Lucille, and they kind of run into each other because obviously Never would want to check up on Lucien to see how he's doing. I don't think Robert has magic. Like, not of his own anyway. Maybe it's like telepathy? Some kind of telepathy. Exactly. I kind of imagine Lucian just running to his mom and just going, Mom! Lucian and his mother are just, my heart be melting. Yeah, definitely. She would definitely confuse people and definitely intimidate people. She definitely has this presence to her that makes her feel untouchable, if that makes sense. Yeah, that could be a neat dynamic to explore. To be fair, I think Neva would first see Ariana in the Royal Nursery tending to Felix and Adrian. And probably Orion as well. Whether Orion would be with Lucille at that point, I don't know. But, yeah. Yes, Neva is extremely blunt. She is to the point. She does not dance around the topic in its entirety. I literally just said that! You took the words straight out of my brain. Yes. Neva is Mama Bear. Yeah, they would. They would meet in the nursery, but have a proper conversation elsewhere, definitely. Like, Ariana would see Neva, know her as somebody... Wait, what? I'm curious. Yeah. Oh. She sees how well Neva interacts with Lucian. Yeah, exactly. It's like she's an intimidating presence until her son calls out for her. And she just instantly just becomes from a polar bear into a teddy bear. The polar bear turns into a teddy bear. I would actually show other people rather than being intimidated by her first. Setting up Ariana noticing a different side of her. Like maybe never. Yes. Never would be one of the people to greet the funeral guests. Because she wants to help Spiro out in any way she can. He doesn't... Yeah. He doesn't really know how to react. I love the idea of Brandon being uncomfortable, but Lucille is just not fazed. He's just like, oh god, another power thing. Oh. I just love the idea of Lucille just not being fazed, and then Brandon's just like, well, this is awkward. I'm doing myself a drink. Do, 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 do. Yeah, and then he'd bring his family. So then he'd be more... Yeah, he would be even more intimidated. He would be a bit like, oh. Yeah, she's like, Brandon, she's fine. Some royals are like that. Oh. I'm also thinking of a way to like link these posts together at the same time, because that's also something that crosses my mind while everything's going down. Because yeah, it's okay to have like some overarching plot threads, but like, and have some stories condensed into certain amounts of story posts. But having something that like overall connects together would be really, really good. Maybe Brandon doesn't even know. Yeah, he wouldn't. He would not. He wouldn't know. Part of the anxiety is, this is clearly an important person. I should know who they are, but I don't. Oh no! Brandon's inner mental screaming. And obviously he doesn't have Lucille there to fall back on. And he's like, oh no, oh no. I will say though, Jonathan will be going to the funeral as well. So I think that because Lucille is not there, he'll probably be falling back on Jonathan, which is Locust King. A bit. What's interesting to note is that if you remember, I think it was episode 20, I believe, that Brandon asked Jonathan for Lucille's hand in marriage. And Jonathan, has been through royal experiences. From King Frederick. Even sometimes when I'm writing like little bits of things. Yeah, he would actually ask. Just be like, how am I supposed to be acting? Lucille is not here. Help me. I'm scared. Also writing Never's dialogue, yeah. Obviously, this is going to be a post after the funeral. Because you would want the funeral to take place before I go into any details like that goes on inside of the events of the funeral. Yeah, she wouldn't use shortened down words. She's definitely articulate. Exactly. Exactly. I think the only exception to that would be Spiro. She would just call him Spiro. And Lucian. That's true. Exactly. Don't have to give him a name or anything. Don't have to, like, go into specific details about that. I will say I'm probably going to have to end the stream pretty soon. I can still carry on, like, on Discord. But I have work in the morning. So, I dare say, with the YouTube side of things, I'm probably going to be ending that side of things. Oh yeah, sinister. You'd want it to be sinister. For sure. I don't even know how you stream in Discord. I could stream... It would be either in the lobby or the gaming channel. Oh yeah, perfect timing. Okay. Yeah, it was productive. It was productive in terms of, like, story posts. It's definitely given me more of a plan. I would do the letter burning thing with Robert, but I've already got that in mind with Hawk, how he would burn Sagini's letters, and that's also a story post that I was thinking about doing. I don't know when though. I will either do it as the next one or it won't be for a while. I can do screen sharing. Yeah. What I might do is I might do that, like, during the week. And have Sunday usually be, like, the stream on YouTube. So say if I want more input, like, during the week and less stress. Because on the YouTube channel, obviously it's, like, more public and stuff. But doing it in the Discord would actually be very helpful because obviously it's just like a tiny little community. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the stream. I am gonna, or should I end it at like 11? I don't know. My brain is like... yeah, I know I can do screen sharing. Yeah, I think I will just end the end. You get the feeling. Yeah, the Discord is like a more itty bitty, a more private community. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day as well, Lula. I really hope you enjoyed the stream. It was very good for me because it was very productive from a storytelling standpoint. Oh, thank you.